Hi Andrew, thank you for agreeing to do this interview. Please can you introduce yourself for the camera?
I'm Andrew Stern. I'm 68 years old. I'm a retired airline senior manager, mainly with British Airways, and I live in Surrey in the UK.
Can I ask both which timeshare company you owned with and how long ago did you buy it?
We bought at Oasis Lakes in Florida in 1998, and that subsequently became Blue Green Resort.
How much did it cost you to join Oasis Lakes?
We spent about $15,000 initially, and with the upgrade a couple of years later, another $10,000, something like that.
It's a big decision to spend all that money on the day. What made you guys do it?
Well, we enjoyed holidays in the US, and we had a young family, had 4 kids, and it seemed like the right answer for us at the time, and we thought it would be something we could probably hand on to the kids in, over time, and it suited our situation.
What made you fall out of love with your timeshare?
Well, the management fees started to spiral out of control, and so it's becoming very expensive, and becoming a millstone for us. Then our needs were changing as well. The family was getting older, so the timeshare holidays in the US didn't seem as attractive. They weren't as flexible as we thought they were going to be originally as well. So it was time to change. On top of all of that, as time moved on, COVID then struck and the cost of living crisis started, so we had to become a lot more focused. And as I was retiring, my income stream was reducing. So it seemed time to seriously look at reducing our costs, and this was one of the things that we focused on.
Did you try to exit directly with your resort?
We tried, but they were incredibly evasive, and they weren't encouraging at all. So we pretty much gave up on that. They didn't even reply to some of the emails we sent.
Did you approach any timeshare exit companies before you came into contact with Timeshare Advice Centre and ACC?
Well, we tried a few times with a few companies, and we weren't very impressed. Actually, everything seemed very vague, and the results didn't seem conclusive, and they were very expensive.
Was it mainly the out-of-control management fees that gave you the extra push to find a genuine firm to relinquish your timeshare ownership?
That, with the fact that I was retiring quite soon as well, and income streams are reducing, and the holidays didn't suit us anymore. So it really was time to move on, really.
And how did you feel about doing business with Timeshare Advice Centre and ACC at first?
Well, ECC were different actually, because we found they had a very refreshing approach. They seemed very geared up and knew exactly what the processes were, and also seemed to have some knowledge of the US market. They'd also had a lot of success in Europe, and when you saw some of the testimonials and some of the videos online, it actually looked like they knew what they were talking about.
How did you feel when we gave you the call with the good news that you were out of your ownership?
Well, elated really. It was really good news. Really good news. It's finally out of that burdensome arrangement that we had with Blue Green. And we didn't have to deal with them anymore as well, which was, an extra bonus, really.
And what will you guys do with the money that you save on management fees?
Well, I think it gives us plenty of flexibility, because it's a fair amount of money we're saving. And so we use them for independent holidays, and we can pick and choose, do exactly what we want to do without being tied into the arduous rules of the timeshare business, really.
Finally, what advice would you give to other timeshare owners who are thinking of retaining Timeshare Advice Centre and ACC to relinquish their timeshare?
Well, we definitely recommend ECC. I mean, they have a refreshing approach, very flexible attitude towards the way the pricing structure works as well. And actually, they worked to very tight deadlines. They delivered on all of them and got us the right result. There's not really much more you can ask for. I mean, they did the job.